This is the final conclusion of day one questions. You never can tell. JAMB can repeat these questions or even something similar to it. If this is your first time tuning, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notification to get notified each time I post videos. And lastly, do not forget to share. With no further ado, let's get right into the video. Question 1. The moment of a 10 Newton force about O in the diagram is what? Now we are given the following options and we are asked to calculate the moments, right? So now, moment of a force is equals to F times distance. Okay, let's say F sine theta times distance. Okay, now what's the force? The force is 10 sine 30 and the distance is what? 5. Okay, so by the time you multiply, this is 10 times 0.5. Okay, then times 5. Now when you multiply all three, you are going to get the moment to be 25 Newton meters. I hope that is clear. So when you see a question like this is how to solve it. Now from what we've done so far, the correct option to this question is option A. Question 2. According to kinetic theory of gases, the pressure exerted by a gas on the wall equals, the correct answer to this question is momentum impacted to the wall per unit area. So let me just write it for you. The answer is momentum impacted to the wall per unit area. In case you see a question like this is the correct answer. Question 3. Without considering the containing vessel, what mass of boiled water can raise the temperature of 8 kg of water from 25 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius when mixed in a heat-proof container? We have the following options. Now, what you must understand is that in this question, it's under specific heat capacity. So heat loss equals heat gain. So what you ask yourself is which body is actually losing heat, which one is gaining heat. So going straight to the point, this is boiled water, right? So that is steam that is being condensed, okay, to raise the temperature of water that was low at 25 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. So this is going to be what? MC theta of the hot minus theta what? 2, right? Then is equals to MC theta of theta 2 minus theta 1. Okay? Now looking at what we have, the specific heat capacity is the same because we are dealing with water. So we cancel this. Okay? So we have, what's my mass of the hot water? That is what I am looking for. Okay? Now, I'll say mass of hot, bracket, temperature of the hot water because it is boiled. So it's temperature of steam, right? So that is 100 degrees Celsius minus the final temperature here, which is 60. Okay, then is equals to the mass of the cold water is what? 8. The question is, how do we know that this is the mass of cold water? Because it has a lower what? Temperature. So bracket 60 minus 25. Okay, now we go again. This is mass. Okay, bracket what? 40. Okay, this is equals to 6 times. When you subtract, you're going to get 35, which will give rise to 280. So I have 40 mH is equals to 280. Therefore, mass of hot is equals to 280 divided by what? 40. Of course, by the time you divide it, you're going to get your answer to be 7 kg. Now, this is how to solve a question like this. You can repeat it in your code question. You never can tell. The correct option to this question is option A. A 500 watt electric oven plugged into a 220 volt source will consume an electric current of what? Now looking at this is power, right? Power is given as 500 watts, okay? Then we have the PD to be 220 volts. What are we looking for? Current. Alright, so don't forget that power is equals to IV. Now since you're looking for current, make it the subject. That means I is equals to power over V. Okay, so we have 500 over 220. All right, so we have to cancel out this, right? So by the time you divide, you're going to have 2.27 amperes as our current. So if you see a question like this, how you're going to solve it. So from what we've done so far, the correct option to this question is option C. Question 5. Which of the following has the least thermal conductivity? Option A, water. Option B, air. Option C, ash. Option D, glass. So the material that has the least thermal conductivity is what? Ash, which is option C. Question 6. The EMF of a cell is the potential difference across its terminals when it is in an open circuit. In an open circuit. So it means that we can get the EMF of a cell even without connecting it to other components of the circuit. Alright, or we can even say when it is not delivering current to an external circuit. That's another language to answer that question. Question 7. The gravitational pull between two bodies is 20 Newton. Find the gravitational pull when their distance of separation is doubled. Now this question is under the law of universal gravitation, right? So that the F is proportional to 1 over r square. So this is an inverse square law, alright? So we can say that F r square is equals to what? A constant, okay? So this is F1 r square 1 equals what? F2 r square 2, right? But in the question, F1 is given as 20 Newton, right? Then R1 is given as R, while R2 is given as 2R. So we can now put it together and solve our question to get our new force, which is what? F2. Alright, so let's go. Now using the formula, we have my F1 is 20 times my R1 is R all squared, then is equals to F2. My R2 is 2R, right? We now put all squared. So this is 20R squared is equals to F2 times 4R squared, okay? Cancel R squared, right? So I have 20 is equals to 4F2. Alright, so we divide both sides by 4. We cancel out. My F2 is equals to 5 Newton. So this is how to solve this kind of a question. And from what we've done so far, the correct option to this question is option D. Take note in case you see it in your exam. Alright. Question 8. Weight of 50 Newton and 80 Newton are hung as shown in the diagram above. Find the moment at point P. Now look at this point P, right? That is the center of gravity of this horizontal body. Okay, so now what do? We are going to find the moment with this and with this, right? So we have clockwise and anti-clockwise moment. So the moment with respect to this, we go this way, right? This is anti-clockwise moment. Why this is what? Clockwise moment. So the moment of this 50 Newton is, I would say, moment of 50 Newton. You know the moment is force multiplied by perpendicular distance, which is the force times perpendicular what? Distance. Okay, so the force here is 50 times perpendicular distance is 3 from here to the pivot, right? That is 3. It's going to give me 150 Newton meter, right? Then also the moment of 80 Newton is also equals to 80 times 4. That will give me 320 Newton meter. So this is how to solve the question. So the answer is 150 Newton meter and 320 Newton meter. Question 9. For a gas, which pair of variable is inversely proportional to each other, provided other conditions are constant? Where P equals pressure, T equals temperature, V equals volume, and N equals number of molecules. So you have the following options. So in this variable, the one that we have inversely proportional to each other is what? Is Boyle's law, which is PV. So the correct answer is option D. Question 10. A force 18 Newton pulls a 40 kilogram mass on a horizontal floor at 0.3 meters per second. Find the coefficient of friction. Now for us to know the coefficient of friction, you must also get the force that is pulling this object, right? So the force we have is 18 Newton that is acting on this body, right? Because this force 18 Newton is pulling this body. Now let us get the force first because they are moving in different direction. Okay, we are giving the mass to be 40 kilogram, okay, with acceleration A, which is 0.3. By the time you get the force, you are going to have what? We say MA. Okay, this is horizontal force that we're looking for. This is equals to 40 times 0.3, which is going to give me what? 12 Newton. Okay, now we cannot get the frictional force because we have to subtract this force from the force that's pulling the body. Alright, so the frictional force is going to be 18 minus 12, which will give me 6 Newton. Okay, so get the reaction force R is equals to mg, right? Which is mass. My m is 40 times 10, which is going to give me 400 Newton. Okay, so what you are going to do now is to find the coefficient of friction. F is equals to mu r. So my mu is the frictional force over r, which is 6 over 400, and it's going to give me 0.015. Remember, it has no SI unit, so this is how to solve this type of question. You see it in your exam. Watch out for the 2 questions. If this is your first time tuning, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on notification to get notified each time I post videos. And lastly, do not forget to share so that other students that pay for this same forthcoming exam can see it and learn from there. I'll see you next time in the next one. Bye for now.